One of my biggest passions is working with autistic children. I have dedicated over 1,500 hours in high school working at different middle schools and high schools and elementary schools all over Palm Beach County since I was in middle school. My mom is an ESC coordinator, and she works hand in hand with teachers and faculty in schools to make sure that these children have the opportunity to learn and grow and be able to work in society. So today we're going to talk about how important it is for students, autistic students, to be able to interact with non-disabled kids and their disabled peers. So first of all, what is autism? Autism is a mental disorder that causes people to experience the world differently than others. And according to the CDC, although autism impacts people regardless of race and ethnicity, more Caucasian children have autism than in the African American community and the Spanish community. There are many symptoms that can vary from person to person. It also can range from very mild to very severe. Some of the signs that people see in their children are they speak later than others or not at all. They get extremely distressed by changes. They're persistent on specific topics and ideas and more. Some children prefer to be by themselves, but it is very important that they develop friendships within their peers. So one way they can do that is inclusive classrooms, which consist of general education teachers and a normal classroom setting, but then they involve autistic children, maybe 4 or 5 of them in the classroom, just to be able to speak with their peers and socialize with them. And then there's self-contained classrooms that are just autistic children, but they bring in non-disabled kids to come in and work with them. In middle school, I was a peer partner, and we went into self-contained classrooms, and we would work with the autistic children just with everyday things like opening up their lockers or walking to class by themselves, or just being confident going in the lunch line without anxiety, being able to have normal conversations so that in the future, when they get older, they're able to have these normal conversations at work, or to be able to answer the phone or prepare meals for themselves by themselves so they can adapt in natural society. One of the biggest things that we learned as a peer partner was not only how important it is for us to interact with these students, but for non-disabled students to understand the struggles that autistic students go through. So we would do activities like cook blindfolded or with only one hand, or we weren't able to talk for the whole day, or we weren't able to hear for the whole day. We would have to sign the whole day, and we would have earplugs so we can understand what these kids are going through and the obstacles that they have to face in everyday life, but also for them to adapt and be able to live in society. The benefits of peer support and working with children are increased self-esteem, increased attendance, improved positive behavior, awareness of human rights and social justice, for these kids to also be able to be confident enough to be self-activists for themselves when they're getting bullied, or when they're in a workplace and people don't understand, the trials and tribulations that they go through. At Publix is a very big corporation that likes to hire from anybody's, races, ethnicities, disabilities. So I know a lot of autistic people that work at Publix that are able to work in that setting because from a young age they were in classes that were inclusive classrooms and self-contained classrooms where they were able to interact with peers other than disabled people, and it really helped them to now where they're able to have normal conversations with customers and they're able to do normal tasks by themselves because of these inclusive classrooms that they've been in. So I believe that it's very important for these kids to just be able to interact with non-disabled peers.